Hello, guys. As you know, I've also been to Spain, and I want to talk about the dish that we're gonna make. And there's gonna be lots of fun cultural things about this episode. So, without further ado, here's the intro. Welcome to the Garcia's Got Talent. I'm here with my co-host Julio,
Hello!
my editor Tatay,
Hello there!
and we're gonna have Lucas. And for those who don't know, we're gonna kinda have my like cousins come back, but not in this episode. But they're gonna be appearing. But anyway, we're gonna dive in and we're gonna talk about a nice Spanish dish called paella. And as you know, this is the final episode of the season. So let's make it count. Oh! So let's get on to the history of paella. So paella originated from the Spanish region of Valencia. While we were about to, well, what I don't think we were able to visit there be, because we were about to go to Cordoba and see the Moorish castles, but I had gastroenteritis in Spain. It's kind of bad, but anyway, paella means frying pan in Valencian in Valencia's regional language. Fun fact: in Spain, they're like numerous. They have numerous dialects, like Catalonian or Valencian in that case. The official language is Spanish, but there are tons of regional languages there too. It's kind of like the languages of Germany, but we're gonna talk about it in the Germany episode, or just like the languages of the Philippines, which are in so many dialects, and you know how they communicate with each other with Spanish. Anyway, as a dish, paella had many ancient roots, but its modern form is just back to the mid 19th century in a rural area around the Albufera Lagoon, adjacent to the city of Valencia on the east coast of Spain. It has been a traditional Valencia paella valenciana is a traditional paella of Valencia, with some green beans, rabbit, chicken, sometimes duck, garfore, and lima or butter beans. Oh yeah, actually, for the recipe we're gonna be using some trout that we caught yesterday when we were fishing. But keep in mind we're gonna be using a recipe from something we found on the internet, okay? But you could add some fish to it. It's your choice. But before we get into all that, we need to talk. We're gonna talk about the history of Spain. On to Lucas.
Hello, viewers of our Joaquin and Julio's podcast. Today, I am Lucas, and today I'm going to explain the history of Spain. Now, we go back to Spain for the Roman Empire, which Spain was colonized by Rome for 600 years, full of Eastern civilizations of Indo-Europeans. Now, before, Spain was full of trading and civilization, and Spain was known as Iberia by the time, so I'm going to name Spain Iberia. Spain fell, ruled by the Germanic people, such as the Visigoths, and Rome and the Visigoths gave a lot of influence to Spain's culture and language and architecture. In 711 AD, the Islams came to Spain and colonized them for around 781 years. Fun fact, in 711, bullfighting was known as a sport made. There are the simple steps. Capture by a few bulls. Make sure the bull is really strong. Then the bull is released in the stadium. Then the bull gets stabbed by the spear, thus getting it irritated. And getting it irritated with horns. With a horn, like a blowhorn. And then the bulls get killed by the matador, which, yes, that's entirely the sport. Another fun fact is that the bulls don't hate the red color. In fact, they're just colorblind to red, and it's just the movement of the cape that gets them really irritated. And now this sport really can piss a lot of bulls off. Now, because people like me who believed animal cruelty is wrong, bullfighting was made illegal in many countries and only allowed in Spain, France, Portugal, Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela, Peru, and Ecuador. The visit, alright. Because of Islam, there remained some mosques in Spain and Portugal, and during the 1300s, during the Crusades, there was a liberation in Spain and Portugal. Spain became Catholic, and in 1492, King Ferdinand II allowed a man named Christopher Columbus to set sail west to India. Fun fact, Columbus actually believed the Earth was smaller and thought they could get to India in a matter of days. But it was not days, it was 10 long weeks. Fun fact, Columbus didn't actually make it to any geographical area in the US. But Columbus was not there and saw people living there, so he brought some people over as proof and brought some of their culture back. Now, in 1494, in the Treaty of Tordesillas, Spain and Portugal agreed with the Pope that Spain gets the western side, so Portugal gets the eastern side. And during conquest, Spain killed many people and stole their gold and went to more colonization. In 1521, Hernando Cortes brought the Aztec histories to be studied in Spain and brought the cacao plant. But the main thing that changed the tide of history was in 1529, Ferdinand Magellan, a Portuguese explorer known also as Hernando Magallanes, went to find the East Indies with 5 boats and many people. In the 1520s, Magellan was able to cross under South America to arrive in the Pacific. Okay, in 1521, Magellan's crew discovered many islands such as Guam, and in March 16, 1521, Magellan arrived in the Philippines and died a month later to the fact he'd agreed with a blood pact to kill a chief named Lapu-Lapu. And during the time, one ship was under mutiny, one ship was stolen by Portugal, and one ship was sunk. Actually, two ships were sunk, and then after that, only one ship named the Victory came back to Spain with 60 men, with around 20 men, and came back. Ooh, it's hot. More and more trade routes were made, and Spain managed to keep some of its territory during the 7-Year War. Napoleon, during the Spanish Armada, was a vessel in 1588 against England and the complication of the royal family. In the Napoleonic Wars, Spain was an ally of Napoleon, but Napoleon tricked Spain and colonized it instead, while Spain was having to deal with mutinies and revolutions in South America. After Napoleon fell, Spain's economy was really hit hard, but it was about to get hit harder. In February 15, 1898, an American vessel named the Maine exploded near the coast of Cuba, thus creating the Americans' suspicion that Spain was the reason. But it was much worse. Due to Cubans starting a revolution and the Philippine people, influenced by a book named Noli Me Tangere by Jose Rizal, was causing more revolution due to the KKK. Because of the KKK. And on August 13, 1898, Spain lost its entire empire. Fun fact, Spain colonized Philippines for 333 years, and it was the second longest country colonized by Europe, just behind Macau, which was 400 years. And in 1935, a man named Francisco Franco, due to the Great Depression, decided to make Spain fascist. Spain avoided 2 world wars, and in December 14, 1955, Spain was admitted to the UN. On 1978, fascism ended in Spain, creating a parliamentary monarchy, which was not as funding the royal family as the British were doing. On January 1, 1986, Spain joined the EU. Fun fact, Spain's tradition for every New Year is to eat 12 grapes. Each grape represents 1 month and make a wish for each month. On 2018, Spain got a revolution from Catalonia, which is still probably happening today if I'm correct. And Spain is being known for beaches, cheese, wine, food, architecture, and its language is the third most spoken in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucas. And now we're gonna talk about some cultures about Spain. Now let's talk about what would you do if you encountered a Spaniard. Usually, when you encounter them, they'd normally be like loud and kind of like all partying people. I mean, that's kind of like their heritage, cause I mean, it's a sunny and warm country, so they just have to party. On the contrary, Spaniards are actually really friendly and helpful people. And actually, that's really fun fact. In the Catalonian region, they have a special tradition where they get a log and on Christmas, and then they beat it with sticks, and then it poops out candy. Wow, that's cool. And also up north, there is the Basque region, and the people there are one of the most interesting, and because most of them were descended from non-Indo-European people. Like we don't even know. Heck, they might even be aliens. but as mentioned by Lucas, with Franco taking over, he banned the Basque language from being spoken in the Spain part. So very few people there speak their language, and actually it's also the Basque region is also in France, and actually fun fact from our side, from my mother's side, we have Spanish ancestry, yay! And also I think our aunt has it, aka my mom's sister. So technically my Irish cousins from the last episode might have Spanish descent. So, and also Roy was supposed to hear, but I'm taking over and Nasi said I'd come back. So we're gonna move on to the music of Spain with Julio.
Here is some traditional Spanish music. It's mainly played by the guitar, and it's also very happy and loud.
So how do you make this traditional Spanish dish that's from Valencia but has become super popular among Spanish people and has been an icon of Spanish cuisine? So I'll tell you, you need 1 cup of fresh parsley, 1/4 cup fresh lemon juice, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 2 large garlic cloves minced, 1 cup water, 1 teaspoon saffron shreds, 3 cans refried less sodium chicken broth, 8 unpeeled jumbo shrimp, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 5 black skin bone chicken thighs cut in half, 2 linked Spanish chorizo sausages, about 6 1/2 ounces, 1 to 4 ounces sliced prosciutto, about or 33% less, sodium ham cut in 1-inch pieces, 2 cups finely chopped onion, 1 cup finely chopped red bell pepper, 1 cup canned diced tomatoes undrained, 1 teaspoon sweet paprika, 3 large garlic cloves minced, 3 cups uncooked arrobio rice or other short grain rice, 1 cup frozen green peas, 8 mushrooms scrubbed and debrided, 1/4 cup fresh lemon juice. Lemon wedges is optional. And for our recipe for this, we added the trout that we caught. And it was also mentioned like in the start of the episode. So first prepare the home blend, combine the first 4 ingredients and set aside. To prepare paella, combine water, saffron and broth in a large saucepan. Bring to simmer. Keep warm over low heat. Peel and the vein shrimp, leaving tails intact, set aside. Heat 1 tablespoon oil in a large paella pan or large skillet over medium heat. Add chicken, saute 2 minutes on each side. Remove from pan. Add sausage and prosciutto. Saute 2 minutes. Remove from pan. Add shrimp and saute 2 minutes. Remove from pan. Reduce heat to medium low. Add onion and bell pepper. Saute 15 minutes. Stir occasionally. Add tomatoes, paprika, and 3 garlic cloves. Cook 5 minutes. Add rice. Cook 1 minute. Stir consistently. Stir in herb blend broth. Mix your chicken, sausage mixture, and peas. Bring to a low boil. Cook 10 minutes. Stirring frequently. Add mussels to pan, nestling them into rice mixture. Cook 5 minutes or until cells open. Discard any unopened cells. Arrange shrimp heads down in rice mixture and cook 5 minutes or until shrimp are done. Sprinkle with 1/4 cup lemon juice. Remove from heat. Cover with a towel and let stand 10 minutes. Serve with lemon wedges if desired. And again, for our recipe, we just used trout fish. So, we're gonna go on to the end.
Bye. Hope to see you soon.
Bye. Hope to see you soon.
And this has been our final season. And as you know, I've mentioned this a few times. We're gonna have a vote on what cuisine we're gonna be doing for next season. So if you know already, here's what you have to do. If you want East Asian, say ni hao. If you want Middle Eastern, say marhaba. And if you want South American, say hola or hola. Portuguese, but I don't know what the Brazilian Portuguese is. But that's what we have to do for this time. And now as we end, we're gonna do the Spanish national anthem.
is some traditional Spanish music. It's mainly played by the guitar, and it's also very happy and loud.
Oh yeah, we also heard a bit of this music when we were doing flamenco. We started from the gypsies. We also visited a gypsy village up in Grenada. The type of music was what they say it was grenade, or it was about
Common
Yeah.
grenade.
yeah. And also Grenada was some fun facts about the Grenadan people. The last place in Spain to be taken over by the Spaniards after the Crusades. And also later there was a Jew from Grenada called Sayar Hanagib who served as a grand vizier to the Muslim ruler. And actually when you go to Grenada, it usually has lots of earthquakes. And the reason being is because it's on a tectonic plate that's between the European and plates colliding with each other. So technically they have earthquakes like every week or something, if you can feel it. That's happening. And actually a large percent of Spain's population are mainly Catholics because of the other Europeans who spread it from Rome and converted the Visigoths and the Roman Catholic people in there. And just like Ireland, Catholicism plays a really big part in Spanish culture. So, how do you make this traditional Spanish dish that's from Valencia but has become super popular among Spanish people and has been an icon of Spanish cuisine? So, I'll tell you, you need 1 cup chopped fresh parsley, 1/4 cup fresh lemon juice, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 2 large garlic cloves minced, 1 cup water, 1 teaspoon saffron threads, 3 cans free-fat less sodium chicken broth, 8 unpeeled jumbo shrimp, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 5 black skin bone chicken thighs cut in half, 2 linked Spanish chorizo sausages about 6 1/2 ounces, 1 to 4 ounces sliced prosciutto about or 33% less, sodium ham cut in 1-inch pieces, 2 cups finely chopped onion, 1 cup finely chopped red bell pepper, 1 cup canned diced tomatoes undrained, 1 teaspoon sweet paprika, 3 large garlic cloves minced, 3 cups uncooked arrobio rice or other short grain rice, 1 cup frozen green peas, 8 mushrooms scrubbed and debrided, 1/4 cup fresh lemon juice. Lemon wedges is optional. And for our recipe for this, we added the trout that we caught. And it was also mentioned like in the start of the episode. So first prepare the herb blend, combine the first 4 ingredients and set aside. To prepare paella, combine water, saffron, and broth in a large saucepan. Bring to simmer. Keep warm over low heat. Peel and the vein shrimp, leaving tails intact, set aside. Heat 1 tablespoon oil in a large paella pan or large skillet over medium heat. Add chicken, saute 2 minutes on each side. Remove from pan. Add sausage and prosciutto. Saute 2 minutes. Remove from pan. Add shrimp and saute 2 minutes. Remove from pan. Reduce heat to medium-low. Add onion and bell pepper. Saute 15 minutes. Stir occasionally. Add tomatoes, paprika, and 3 garlic cloves. Cook 5 minutes. Add rice. Cook 1 minute. Stir consistently. Stir in herb blend broth. Mix your chicken, sausage mixture, and peas. Bring to a low boil. Cook